trust God to awaken our hearts to live in dependence on Him again, in daily life, in the simple things, in practical things, in asking God for direction, asking Him for wisdom, asking Him for guidance, to know Him in every decision we make and the conversations we have and the relationships we steward, to know Him in it. Because I've seen through these stories that when we follow the voice of God, that it's so much more than we could ask for or work towards. There's so much more that is possible when we submit under the hand of God than what we could ever achieve. And I want that more. I'm curious to know what that more in life looks like for me when I live in dependence on God and seek to hear His voice first and seek to live in obedience to His voice. I'm curious to see what His ultimate will and plan for my life is, and how I can partner with Him to see His kingdom established here. And I trust that through spending time in these stories, that parents and children will firstly develop a very life-giving discipleship relationship that is accessible to parent and child, but more than that, even to awaken that desire for a relationship, a kind of relationship with God where you know Him in all things, not just the big things. He's not this big mysterious God up there that we can only approach with when we have a valid request, but in everyday life He wants to partner with us. And I trust that there will be an awakening of hearts to live every day in relationship with God, to seek to know His voice and to obey in faith, so that we can see Him glorified in our lives, but also step into the fullness of that which He called us to, a life-giving relationship with God that applies to all areas and aspects, knowing that He is more than enough for every need and challenge that we might face.